Happy Halloween, Sagittarius, or happy Samhain, happy fall, whatever you're celebrating in October. Welcome to Runescopes. My name is Amanda. Let's jump right in and see what the runes have to tell you for October. Sag. Wow, a lot. Just want to remind you, these are general readings. So not all of these messages will be for you. Those that don't apply to you are for your Sagittarius brethren. You can also watch the video for your rising sign, and that can give you some additional messages. And it's kind of like between putting the two of those together, that using these general readings, you should be able to get a pretty accurate look at the month ahead. If you would like something far more specific with where all of the messages apply only to you, you can contact me for that. I do those on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you would like to set up an appointment for a private reading. That is runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You'll also find it here in the video or below the video. If you're on a mobile device, just tap that little arrow beneath the video and it will open the details section, and that has all of my info, contact information, and all that good stuff. I also wanted to mention, if you want to learn to read the runes for yourself and not have to rely on me or anyone else, you can sign up for my online rune class. I will be offering one more for 2015. It's going to run November 2nd through December 7th, so it will be concluded well before the holidays. It's $185 for the full 6-week course. It is completely online. There are no live lectures or anything like that. So if you want to sign up for that, just drop me a line, or if you'd just like more details, I do have a sheet I can send out with all the info on it for you. If you'd like that, just drop me a line at that same email address. And the deadline to sign up for this final course is going to be Thursday, October 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So just get in touch with me before then. Sag, tons and tons of energy. Wow, I mean it's like zinging or singing here. Your focus, I feel like in October, things may start off a little unfocused, actually. You've got a lot of things on your mind. And, we do have Mercury still in retrograde motion until October 9th. So, I mean, up until October 9th, you may have some difficulty focusing. You may have a bit of insomnia, some difficulty sleeping. But I do feel like with Ace of Pentacles here, for some of you, this may have something to do with work. And I am using the Vampire Tarot, just in the spirit of this season. You can see that. This is by Natalie Hertz. I don't know if it's still in print. It is an older deck, but I just wanted to use it since it's Halloween. So everybody always asks that, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. But some of you may be dealing with conflict at work. Just some friction with people maybe you have to work with on a project, or maybe people you're trying to get together with, and it seems like this is something new. It could be that it's something you hear about in October and your boss is like, okay, yes, this is assembling the team. Yes, this is going to be the team. And you're like, oh gosh, I don't want to work with her. I don't want to work with him. I don't want to work with them. I don't get along with them. So yeah, there may be some, what they're saying here is if it's something that is, just starting in October, don't get too worked up about it, because I feel like it's not going to play out the way that it's kind of envisioned in the beginning. It does seem like though this could be a long-term project with Dag here. So it's not going to be like a quick little thing. It's going to be a long-term thing. Some of you may be trying to start a new business, and maybe you're having trouble getting clients, or trouble getting employees, or trouble getting, someone who's supposed to be your partner to be on board, or to do the things that they're supposed to do, or to even meet up. Travel, communication up until Mercury goes direct will continue to be frustrating, but don't give up on whatever this is you're starting, this new financial venture, this new financial idea, this new creative project even, Sagittarius. you know, don't give up on this, even if there are a few glitches in the beginning of October, because I don't feel like this is something you should give up on. It is something that can continue. Now, some of you may also hear that a family member is unwell or not doing good, and this could be mom or mom's side of the family. It could include members of the family. It could include seeing members of the family that you don't particularly want to see. There's been some conflict there. You may feel like this has gone on so long that there's really not, it's kind of like you've just gotten used to how it is, but it's actually kind of, there's a lot of pain here. If not for you, Sag, for someone else. And for some of you, maybe mother or, you know, the mother of your child. But there are connections to mother here, and conflict and wounds. You may feel like you can't approach this situation or deal with this situation, but there may be pressure to do so because someone is unwell. You know, that does tend to bring people together. But Sagittarius, they're saying again, this kind of ties into the same thing. Whether this, you know, for some of you this is going to be more related to business or work. For others of you, it's going to be related to some sort of family situation, someone in the family who may be ill or unwell, and you want to see them, but you feel like you can't, or vice versa. You know, I feel like, though, if you could just give this time, you're going to feel more positive about it. October's a month where you can take some really positive action, some really positive steps in the direction of reconciling, or and I feel like you're being guided to do this because you have Thursday here. So it's like you're going to be in the right place at the right time. So here's what they're giving me here, Sagittarius. With this situation, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, I really feel like I should be somewhere, or I feel like I should go visit this person, but I feel like I can't because of things that have been said or done or whatever. It's like you're going to be in a store, you're going to be at the gas station, you're going to hear a song, you're going to hear a name on TV. Your guides are sending you messages saying it's okay. It's worth it. This can be fixed. It's not going to be as bad as you're thinking. People aren't going to be mean to you. People aren't going to, you know, treat you in the way that you're expecting. You will be pleasantly surprised if you can get up the courage to show up, Sag. So, or if you can get the courage to just see how things play out. Now, some of this may never materialize, especially with this work project. I keep getting that. And it is kind of specifically in a situation where your boss says, you know, you got to work with these people you don't want to work with. I feel like there's a lot that's going to happen between now and the actual like takeoff of whatever this is, and the team won't be the same. I think you're going to end up actually being quite happy with it, or maybe you'll be moved to work on another project. Something else may come up that's more important, or that your skills are more suited for, and you'll be put on that instead. So yeah, I don't think this is going to materialize. So yeah, just be patient, Sag. I think there's going to be more revealed before the end of October about whatever this, starting off the month with, you're feeling a little apprehensive or overwhelmed about. Gosh, and you also have Ale here. So yeah, I mean, you've got your guides all around you. So much protection in October, and so much guidance coming from beyond. So you're going to be getting a lot of signs, Sag. Keep your eyes peeled in October for, like we were talking about, a certain song comes on and it reminds you of someone that you used to be close to, or it reminds you of the past but in a good way. In a good way. You know, look for animal signs or symbols as well, because that's how our guides will communicate with us. And of course, if you have a more direct method, or a method that you use, I feel like you can get a lot of information, a lot of helpful guidance from them. Balance is shifting. Balance is shifting. I feel like things have been off balance in some of your relationships, Sagittarius, over the last few years, actually, because As long as I've been doing these readings, you know, relationships have come up a lot for you guys. Mostly family things, but also, you know, but it's like things have been off kilter for quite some time. And it's like, I've just gotten used to this nuttiness. I've just gotten used to this nuttiness, or I've gotten used to not having that person in my life. But now things are starting to shift again, and they're going to come into balance. I don't think there's going to be any more of this, you know, this up here and not talking to this person, or, you know, vice versa. It's going to be more of a, I can have all of these people in my life. And if I can't, then maybe someone does need to go permanently. I feel like you're coming to realizations about people close to you, Sagittarius, and who has your best interests at heart, who really supports you. And you also have the Two of Wands coming up. So this also, twos indicate a choice. A choice between two people, a choice between two situations, a choice between two job opportunities, a choice between two projects, two business ventures. And one of them may be something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, and the other may be new. Or newer. So, yeah, it's just a choice between two things or two people. And your choice, though, you're being pointed in the right direction by your guides as to which choice to make. So if you are confused or feeling befuddled in October about, oh my God, I don't know which way to go, ask for guidance and you'll get it, for sure. Because you have, I mean, they're around you so strongly right now. So listen to your intuition. Don't shut it off. Help that's going to be available to you. You've got the Page of Wands coming up. Now, pages are often news coming to you, but they can also be younger people or immature adults or people you view as younger. So someone that you knew as a child, or you've always known them as a child, and whether they're adult now or not, you still kind of see them as little. But Page of Wands can be you sometimes, because it is associated with fire, Sagittarius. But, so yeah, another Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo energy, or somebody with those traits. Page of Wands is the active child. This is the one interested in sports, or who always has a lot of energy, always very excited. There can be some hyperactivity associated with the Page of Wands. But this can also just mean you're getting feelings out through a creative project, or maybe you get in contact with people in a creative way, or someone does that with you, and maybe this is just your guides. Again, I'm getting so much about spiritual messages coming in creative ways, but in a way that you cannot mistake it. So, wow. That's very powerful, Sagittarius. And now it's very clear to me why these were singing to me before I even started reading. There's victory available to you as well with Tyr here, and it is through this road of getting these signs, getting this message, and acting on that. It is a month to take action. The wands are all about action, and you've got the 2 and the Page here, and also a lot of action-oriented runes. So the time to sit and wait on your laurels, to get things more balanced out, whether that's in a work situation, whether it's in personal relationships, that time is the second half of October. I would definitely wait until Mercury goes direct if you can. You can't always do that. Sometimes situations present themselves and we have to respond. We have to do something. Life goes on no matter what the planets are doing. So you got to do what you got to do. But if you can put off taking any new action until after Mercury goes direct, it would be best if you can. But I do see you will be determined to take some sort of action in October regarding several situations. I think for a lot of you, this could be, again, a creative project. But if it is creative, it's coming from divine origins. It's coming, which all creativity does, really. But you're really going to feel it while you're working on whatever this is, while you're writing that book, while you're writing that song, while you're creating that painting, taking that picture. There's definitely, I think like some of you, those of you who are photographers, actually, I really do feel like you are going to see in a photograph one of these signs, one of these messages, a presence. So really, really pay attention in October, and definitely post up in the comments if that happens to you. I don't always have time to respond to those, but I do read all of them. So by all means, if you have something like that happen to you, please let me know what it was. I love reading about stuff like that. I was also seeing someone, who's acting, who gets a role that it was a person who really lived. So it's a historical figure. That spirit will be around you when you perform this, or that spirit will be with you while you're working on this. And it's going to like really be, you're going to get a lot of acclaim for that. Those of you who are actors and actresses, particularly playing a historical character, sorry. So yes, you'll feel it too. It'll almost feel like you're being inhabited. Don't get scared. You're not being possessed. They're just infusing you with their energy, helping you be more authentic in that role. Now, what can't be changed in October? We have, believe it or not, another Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is generally associated with water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, but doesn't have to be a water sign. But again, new love, messages of love, news of new love, news of new beginnings. This can also be creativity. It can also be messages from beyond. So that is 1, 2, 3 indicators, 4 indicators. Actually 5, because we have Legas here. Man, it's all on the table, Sagittarius, for October. I mean, this is the most powerful reading I've seen in a long time, and the energy coming off of it is very palpable. Mostly from the runes. I mean, the tarot cards are reinforcing it. We only have one major arcana tarot on the table, but these runes coupled with just these cards is very, very powerful. Very succinct. I don't often get a reading that it's just all right there and I don't have to do much interpreting. This is just really, this one's really flowing. Your intuition is off the charts in October. So that's going to help you receive these messages. You will know when to delay and when to go. I gave you a general idea with Mercury being retrograde until October 9th. That's the time to pull back, reevaluate, think carefully before acting. After that, it's smooth sailing. But I think you're going to know when to, like, I'll say this, but then pull back. You may be sending a message of love. You may know it's time to send a message of love to someone, or just let someone know I'm here for you. Again, even if it's somebody that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while, maybe someone in the family that you haven't heard from, or maybe there was a falling out. I'm draping, aren't I? You Mad Men fans will know what I'm talking about. It is comfortable. So yeah, I do feel like you'll know when to move forward, when to voice your feelings, and when to pull back. Now, this can be a child. It can be news of a birth. With these pages here, some of you may be trying to get pregnant, trying to get someone pregnant. I had someone post up that, guys watch this too. Well, these are cards of pregnancy, but you're either the father or the mother, but it affects both of you, right? I'm not just talking to women when I talk about pregnancy. Somebody has to get her pregnant. Hello. So yeah, this can be talking about trying to get pregnant, news of a pregnancy, but I feel like for most of you, this will be a positive thing. So for most of you, I feel like it's planned. And for those few of you that it's not, you'll still be excited about it, I think. And this is definitely a soul you've been connected with in a past life, of course. Wouldn't be They would have probably chosen other parents if they had never been connected with you in a past life. That's generally the way it is. We come in little pods like dolphins together over and over and over again, working out our stuff. Now, the area of challenge for you, Sagittarius, in October is definitely relationships. The Lover's card is here in reverse. But that can also just indicate a choice that you're putting off making, or you don't want to make it. It doesn't necessarily mean a breakup. But it can mean, it can mean reaching out to someone that you've been estranged from, making that decision. Or maybe they send you a message and you're like, oh, should I respond? Or how should I respond? That sort of thing. But don't put it off too long. Definitely do something by the end of October, Sagittarius, because remember, we're trying to get things balanced out. Whatever happens here is supposed to happen. You've got need here on the table as well, which indicates life lessons. Life lessons that require patience, perseverance, being long-suffering, all of those things we don't want to be. All of those things we find very difficult, but in particular with relationships. Now, you may feel like, you may be getting some gossip or hearing some gossip, some of you, about a partner or someone you're in a relationship with, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, your spouse. And so some of it may be, when the Lover's card is reversed, it can talk about a triangle dynamic in a relationship. So somebody may tell you, they saw your partner out with someone else, or, you may be hearing something like that. Again, make sure you've got proof first before you accuse anyone of anything. I'm not saying all of you, because again, this doesn't have to be. This is just one scenario. This could just be indicating that you are dealing with a group of people, because you also have that here. So yeah, you may have to decide whether or not you want to reconnect with a group of people that you feel have talked or said negative things about you, but maybe they're your family and now they're going through a rough time and you feel like you're kind of feeling guilt. Should I be there? And it'll be different for all of you, what conclusion you come to. It is time to take steps to balance things out, though, Sagittarius. Now, if it's the situation where you're hearing gossip about a partner, or maybe your partner comes to you and says, hey, someone told me that they saw you out with somebody, it could work the other way. Try not to jump to the defensive. If it's you that there is being accused, or try not to accuse someone right away. Definitely wait for proof, because some of this may just be idle gossip for some of you. For some of you, it may be true. I think October may end, though, with you being unsure. You don't know. You don't know if it's true or not. So patience, and it'll come to light. You may want to wait before you say anything. Because if someone is cheating on you, or if someone is, not being honest with you, some of you may met someone new and now you find out maybe they may be married, or they may have, be living with someone. That's another way this can work. Again, 3 people in a relationship, and one of you had no idea there was another person involved in the relationship. So I feel like at the end of October, you may need to be patient until you got more information. I feel like you don't have all the information. So, but again, trust your intuition, look for those signs, because that's what's going to tell you when to act and when to pull back, when to wait. So, lots going on, Sagittarius. Keep those eyes peeled. Eyes, ears, and heart peeled. For feelings, for things you hear, things you're seeing. Lots and lots of messages coming in from your guides. And, if you get stumped, ask them, because they're going to be around you all month. So that's what I see, Sagittarius. Good luck. Happy Halloween again. And I'll see you back here in November.